This video is all about my first ever 72-hour water fast, and I'm going to cover this in 4 videos. So this video is the introduction and preparation part of it. The second video is all about the day-by-day experience that I had, covering mental, physical and emotional side of it. And then the third video is going to hone in on the spiritual side of it, and the last video 4 is all about my reflections of it and what I would do differently next time to help you. So let's dive in to this video all about introduction and preparation. Welcome back to A Spiritual Life. My name's Carrie. I'm a mindfulness teacher, a home-ed mum of 2 on a non-religious spiritual path. I'm passionate about helping parents learn a practical approach to spirituality to help improve family connections and lead a more conscious and meaningful life. So on this channel, I'm all about commitment, because we lose that in the non-religious spiritual circle that we are in. So I'm here for commitment, and with commitment we get connection, with connection we get community. So that's what we're all about. So let's dive in to my experience of this first ever of my own experience 72-hour water fast. Okay, so introduction and preparation. So why did I even do it? Am I crazy? You haven't eaten anything for 3 days? Well, I came across this, I've been doing intermittent fasting now for, I'd say, getting on for a year. I find it really helpful, and I came across Mindy Pelz, Dr Mindy Pelz. So disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, and I'm just here explaining my own journey and giving you tips and experiences from me to you, for you to take and use at your own discernment. So, you know, do your own research, use your own discernment if you are going to go ahead and do this, and it's your call, basically. I'm not a doctor, but Dr Mindy Pelz is, so go and check her out on YouTube. She's got loads of stuff on there. She's got books, videos, everything you could possibly need on the subject. She does focus more on females doing it and doing it in their cycles, but I'm sure men out there will get some help too. So it's Dr Mindy Pelz that I came across having interviews, and I got intrigued about, and basically she did this challenge. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll dive into it, and it was in beginning of January. So off I went. I hadn't read all her books. It came with a guide. It was a Facebook challenge, I think, or some sort of challenge, group challenge that I did. She's the author of Eat Like a Girl and Fast Like a Girl, and Eat Like a Girl's got the recipes in and things like that. So do check that one out for all the real in-depth information. I'm just going to touch on that in this video. So the benefits of fasting, she's done this little sheet here telling you everything, hour by hour really. So intermittent fasting, so I do a minimum of the 16-8 windows, and then anything after that, you know, your minimum intermittent fasting is 16-8. So your window of 8 hours of eating and 16 hours of fasting. So intermittent fasting, 13 to 15 hours, you get human growth hormones, reduced inflammation, fat burning begins, increased ketones. Ketones are released, and they actually help you to not feel hungry, and so that starts at that point. Improved energy and focus. And then autophagy fasting starts at 17 hours, and this is cellular detoxification, cellular repair, improved immune function, and cancer prevention. The gut reset fast is at 24 hours, and that's intestinal stem cell regeneration. GABA production. GABA is what helps us, is the chemical that helps us to calm down. Brain healing, autoimmune healing. And then we're up to 36 hours, which is fat burner fast. Reduce glucose stores, reduce insulin stores, increase fat burning, detoxification, anti-aging. Then we get to 48 hours and it's dopamine reset fast, and that's reset your dopamine receptors, reduced anxiety and depression, anti-aging, antioxidant production, HGH, that's a human growth hormone, increases by 500%. And then we finally get to 72 hours with the immunity fast. It's peak autophagy. Autophagy is where it gets rid of all the toxic cells, all the rubbish cells. Immune stem cells and musculoskeletal stem cells, chronic conditions and accelerated healing. So that's just a brief rundown as to why, and there's lots of benefits there, isn't there? So depending on what you want to do, she recommends doing this fast, the 72-hour water fast, over like twice a year, and then continuing doing these intermittent fastings depending on like the length, depending on what the outcome you want, really. So again, go and check it out and see what's relevant for you. So preparation then, equipment. So what you need is to have a glucose monitor, and this is to have the safety element of this. So your glucose monitor, for those that don't know, it's what you use if you're a diabetic, usually, to check your insulin levels and your blood sugars, really. It's just a little prick, you have a little bit of blood, it goes onto the monitor and it reads, and you've got to stay within a range. And this is basically to say so you don't drop below a certain level. So I'll come on to that in a second about the levels, but your glucose monitor, that's what that does. And you can get some monitors that do glucose and the ketone together. They are a bit more expensive, something like £90, I think. I couldn't get to that. I couldn't afford that. So I just got the glucose monitor. And then, so you can get the ketone monitor, or you can get ketone strips, which I think I'll get next time, is the ketone strips. You just use that for putting your urine on and testing it that way. So monitoring it, she says to take 3 readings, and she suggests 8 in the morning, 12 noon and 8 at night. I guess you could, if you're gonna do it, whatever time you start it is probably the easiest to do it, because I started it at 7 and then she said to do it at 8 and it just messed with my readings. But 3 times a day, as long as you're taking it 3 times a day. If your blood sugar goes less than 2.8 millimoles per litre, that's the UK reading, or below 50 mg/dl, whatever that stands for, and or your ketones are higher than 8 millimoles, and that's both US and UK. So there's a little chart here, and it shows you that. I know you're probably going to see that backwards, but you've got 2.8 or 50, so 2.8 UK or 50 American, and that's what you want to look for. And if it goes below those figures, that's when you need to break your fast, and you can break that with a snack, so I'm going to come on to that in a minute, and test to see how far you come out of your fast. Supplements and medications. Now, like I said, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional, not anymore. I used to be I used to be a physio. But so supplements and medications, basically she suggests to take supplements if you need to, if it's something you need to. If you're able to go without, do so for the 3 days. And again, it's okay to take medication if it's needed. If it's something you can do without for 3 days, then it's good too. If you're in doubt, this is the disclaimer, if you're in doubt, just continue taking them or speak to your healthcare professional, okay? Always best to be on the safe side. So fasting snacks, she talks about a tablespoon of MCT oil. I've never come across that, I don't even know what that is. Or 2 tablespoons of nut butter, a keto cup, which is one of her recipes, I believe. I haven't even got the books myself. Electrolytes and LMNT, so it's like element, that's like a sachet of electrolyte stuff that you put in your water, and sea salt. So, and that's, I use the Celtic sea salt. and check if they take you out of the fasting state. So make sure to redo your monitor after that. So before, intermittent fasting leading up to the fast itself, and no processed foods, sugar or seed oils on the day of. You could even do it a couple of days before, but definitely on the day of. None of that processed food or anything like that. So during then, all you can have is water. I add Celtic sea salt. You can have black clean coffee, but do check before to see if coffee takes you out, obviously without milk or cream or anything. Do check before in case it does take you out of your state, because some people it does and some people it doesn't. Green and black tea, again with no milk. I used green tea, I used decaf green tea. And breaking your fast. So there are 4 stages to breaking your fast. I'm going to say this on the last video for my recommendations going forward, is to have these things in. I don't have it all in. Have these things in ready to do. So stage 1, you need a bone or a veggie broth if you're veggie or vegan. And stage 2, so these are an hour apart. Stage 2, you have a probiotic rich meal. And stage 3 is steamed vegetables, and stage 4 is a protein meal, but less than 20 grams. Okay, so they're the things that you need to have before you start, really. So the next video I'm going to talk about is my day-to-day experience of it. So check out that one, and I'll see you soon. Much love. Bye for now.